Hold on. Maybe put up the.
Need more light?
There we go. Oh, that's too bright.
Here.
Oh, we good now. We good now. But can you turn on more light over here?
Yeah.
And we live doing this too. We live all day.
Merry
Good all
Christmas.
day. I'm in New Jersey right now, and we're gonna do our predictions, and we're just gonna talk football. So give me a second. Let's see. Yeah, we trying to just work out the lighting to make sure the lighting is good for y'all. Let's see. All right, there.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, all day fam. All right, so hold on, let me go to the Advanced Tempo Network. Let's see what we got. Games that we got right now.
I think the first game is the Commanders
and
Dallas.
Cowboys. All right, so to be honest, I'm gonna be real. All these games suck. All these games are just bad. No, I don't really think. Let me rephrase myself. Football is football. You know what I'm saying? And NFL is the NFL. Any game can be very competitive. Any game can be entertaining because it's the NFL. It's the elite of the elite. But let's just be honest. Nobody really cares right now about Dallas and Washington. And nobody really. Well, I can't really say nobody really cares about Detroit because Detroit still has a shot, but Detroit's not playing all that good right now. You got Dallas and Washington. You got Detroit and Minnesota. And then you got maybe people's going to the Broncos and Chiefs.
You're starting your third string quarterback in Chiefs.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like it would have been more exciting if Mahomes was playing because I can tell you this, there is a bit of a storyline with the Broncos and the Chiefs because if the Broncos lose to the Chiefs, you know what I'm saying? If they lose to the Chiefs, that's giving the Chargers more of a shot.
That just prestige.
Exactly. That gives them more. And then if the Chargers beat the Broncos, they're more than likely going to have hope.
Yes.
Yeah. Even if they lose to Houston. So what is the Chiefs? The Chiefs are not going to beat the Broncos. Mahomes is not even playing.
Are they playing Arrowhead?
Yeah, they are.
You know, it's still an AFC.
That's the primetime game.
It's still an AFC showdown, and I feel like it's still going to be a low-scoring game. I feel like if the Chiefs have some sort of pride, I feel like even though they're out of the playoff contention, I feel like they will play with heart.
Yeah,
I feel like they will play with heart. Hopefully, I mean, they're coached by Andy Reid, so hopefully even though they're out of playoffs, they still play with heart. It's home field advantage. They play with love and passion, like just the will to win the game. You know, because at the end of the day, it's an AFC divisional rival.
Yeah.
So
I mean, look, I think their defense is going to show up. The defense is going to show up, of course. I'll put it to you like this: if the Chiefs win the game, it's going to be strictly based on the defense. Strictly based on the defense.
That third string quarterback.
Yeah, it's going to be a defensive game. They're going to have to make it a defensive game. There's no way in heck that their offense is going to be able to do anything against a Broncos defense. And the Chiefs offense was already struggling all year with Mahomes even in the lineup.
If anything, Jacksonville showed you how to beat.
Yeah, they did. Jacksonville, they showed you how to beat Denver. And Denver has shown throughout the course of the season how vulnerable they are. It's just that they play against. The thing about Denver is that Denver is a really good team, but I don't think that Denver is as good as most of the media tries to make them. But they are a very good team. You cannot take that away from them. I've been saying this for a long time, and I'm going to keep saying this: that the quarterback holds them back. It's going to hold them back. Bo Nix, yeah. Denver is a great team. You can't take that away from them. And the thing about it is, Denver could have lost a lot more games if they weren't playing against the bad teams that they came through on. I think it was against the Giants. Was it the Giants? Yeah. When they put up like 30 points, they put up like 30 points in the fourth quarter. You know what I'm saying? That's bad. Bad teams allows that to happen. And there was other games where I can't remember other games. Like my audience knows that I haven't been watching a lot.
Well, when they played against the Chargers when they were up, the Chargers came back, marked down the field, and Justin Herbert had that, I think, game-winning touchdown.
Yeah.
Or field goal. And he drove the ball down. They had the game-winning field goal. So
yeah,
they had times where they did collapse on the pressure.
Oh yeah, of course.
Who knows? Tonight could be that night.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So, well, I don't think it will because it's just no way in heck that the Chiefs are going to beat the Broncos with that quarterback. Like I said, if they do, it's going to have their defense is going to be probably playing lights out.
Lights out.
Like, and now their defense is going to have to be offense as well. Like they're going to have to be scoring, or at least put the Chiefs offense in the right position to score. So I mean, listen, man, this is football. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. It's the elite of the elite. And
I will say this. I think Bo Nix is going to throw at least 2 interceptions tonight.
you think he's going to throw at least 2 interceptions. But there's the thing though. But just because Bo Nix plays bad doesn't mean the Broncos will lose. That's what I'm saying. The Bo Nix, yeah. Even though I do believe that the quarterback's going to hold them back, but the Broncos are not built around Bo Nix.
Yeah.
He can still have a bad game and they can still win. You know what I'm saying? Now, I will say this. The reason why I say I think the quarterback holds them back is it sounds like I'm contradicting myself. The reason why I say it, so in the playoffs, there might be a time where they're going to need Bo Nix to put the team on the back and for them to win.
Yeah.
You're going to need Bo Nix to do that. And I'm not sure if Bo Nix is going to be that type of quarterback.
That's
There
true.
might be a time where the defense might
Step up.
will not step up, like might collapse.
Oh, yeah.
There might be a time when the defense might collapse, and they're going to need Bo Nix to come out there and light it up. And they're like, it's a different game.
He showed flashes of it on some games, you know. Like I think the game before Jacksonville, I forgot who they played. But he showed some flashes of him, you know, playing just stellar football, outstanding football. And so we'll see if he is that Bo Nix that we claim to be. Because if he is, you know, if the Broncos aren't saying who people think they are, they should mop the floor with Kansas City, especially with the third string quarterback. They should.
Yeah.
Their defensive playing, yeah, like I understand they got their behinds whooped by Jacksonville, just straight torch. Travis, what's his name? Trevor Lawrence was torching that defense apart. It was just picking them apart. Hopefully they come back together. They're playing against a third string quarterback. Hopefully they don't allow that to happen. I won't say hopefully, but we'll see if that happens. But that's what I'm saying. They just have a tendency to just collapse under pressure.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I think the score is going to be. I'm going to pick the Broncos to win. I'm going to pick the Broncos to win, but like by 2 or 3 points. I think like 23-20.
23-20.
Yeah.
Denver, so Denver 23, Chiefs 20.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, I think Denver's going to win this game too. I just don't see. I'm trying to see the injury report for the Chiefs. They don't have Patrick Mahomes on the injury.
Or is ACL?
Yeah, so he has to be out for the season. I'm on NFL Network looking at the injury report. And right now, all I see on the injury report is Nick Bolton. He has an illness, the linebacker. And Jay Brinkstool, he has a hamstring, he was tight end. But he was a full participant, so he might play. And then M. Edwards, the defensive back, full participant. Jay Wilson, full participant, so he's part of the player. Nick Gray, or I think his name is Nick Gray, tight end, full participant. And Johnson, full participant. Then the defensive lineman, Jay Karlaftis, he did participate. He had an illness, his question. And then Trent McDuffie, that's a big part, the defensive back. So he participated, so he's gonna play. So, but I don't see Patrick Mahomes on the injury report. Hold on. That's weird. He's out for the season, obviously. I just found that really is on interest. Maybe that's just the game report. Like maybe because it's like Mahomes is out for the season, now they're gonna put him on the injury report. That's probably what they said. Yeah, so
We'll see, you know. We'll see who wins tonight, but I'm taking the Broncos in 23-20. I think it's going to be a lot closer than what people think.
yeah. So yeah, he's out obviously, but it says here's a report. It says when will Patrick Mahomes return? Mahomes will not return in 2025. Okay. The Chiefs star quarterback towards ACL in Week 15, according to the team. That ends his season in May. Put the start of the 2026 season in jeopardy as well. So obviously he's out. I just thought it was weird that he wasn't on the injury report, but that's probably because he's out for the season. He's done. He's on IR. And so, yeah, season-ending injury is like they're not gonna put. I guess they're not gonna put season-ending injuries. Like a guy down from season, he's not gonna be on the injury report
Yeah,
going into the game. So I think that was just for the guys who's like report going into the game. Like, they're questionable, doubtful, or available. So okay, so that I'll remember that from now on. But is that on December the 15th, the Chiefs announced social media that Mahomes underwent ACL surgery performed by Dr. Cooper. The team also said Mahomes began his rehab process immediately. So he's expected to miss about 9. That's bad. That's bad. 9 to 12 months. That timeline puts Mahomes' return at around mid-September at earliest. That's bad. And the reason why I say that's bad, because he's going to be spending the next 9 to 12 months,
rehab.
9 minimum of rehab, not training, not conditioning, not getting ready going into the 2026 season. He's literally going that's why like injuries they're so tough for players to come back.
What do the Chiefs have?
Yeah, you said what?
And what do they have?
Oh yeah, but yeah, you have the thing about it is Mahomes, he was already like, I'm not gonna say he was already on the decline, but he already wasn't really doing that much the past few years. Like his best season was like 3 years ago, like stats wise and just quarterback. The past 3 years, he had won Super Bowls and went to the playoffs off great coaching and off defense and off having a reliable running game. So Mahomes, of course, Mahomes is Mahomes, and he's always been clutch. He's always been fast. Yeah, exactly. Like he's always been clutch. He's always showed up in games. He's always done what he's supposed to have done. But he hasn't really like this pure quarterbacking play. He hasn't been the best quarterback for the past 2 years. I know a lot of people try to say like he has, but he hasn't. No. You could say Josh Allen, you could say Jackson, you could say Justin Herbert. I would agree with that. But just pure quarterbacking, I don't think so. Now, if you're talking about his resume as a whole, none of them hold to a candle to Mahomes. None of them. Mahomes is the first ballot Hall of Fame. But past 3 years, he has been very average. But what separates him from the other average quarterbacks was that he's been clutch. When it's crunch time, he has executed on a high level. He always has. That's what makes Mahomes like a black mamba. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what makes Jalen Hurts though. I mean, so we're just on that. I'm talking about clutch quarterbacks. Literally, that's what made like Jalen Hurts the difference. But see, that's another thing with Mahomes too, though. Mahomes also doesn't benefit from elite supporting cast around him. So I always compare quarterbacks based on what can a quarterback do with the minimal resources that's around him. And that's what makes the quarterback elite. If a quarterback can still produce, winning is like the icing on the cake. A lot of people like to go from the shallow all the way down to the they like to go from the shallow they didn't start from shallow, and that's they stop there. That's what I call wins analysis. We'll talk about wins and losses, playoff wins, Super Bowl wins, and then they'll talk about stats. Bro, that is lazy analysis when you're talking. When you're talking about somebody who's talking about the game of football and comparing quarterbacks, that you already know off the bat that they don't know. If you're talking about how great a quarterback is because of his wins and losses to Super Bowls and stats, and then you also want to go to the extreme saying, oh, say like Mahomes, he played against Joe Burrow or Josh Allen, and then they're like, oh, he went against Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow's beat him 2 times. Joe Burrow beat him 2 times. No, like the Bengals defense beat him 2 times. He didn't play against Joe Burrow. He played against the defense. You know what I'm saying? So like the media does stupid stuff like yeah, that's what I'm saying. But the point of making is that that's going to be very bad for the Chiefs because, like I said, Mahomes is already. I don't want to say he was on a decline, but he already was not really doing anything for the last few years.
Would it shock you if he retired early?
Yeah, he will never retire.
Would it shock you though?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It shock me because he will not retire.
Andrew Luck did. He surprised the whole world.
Yeah, but Andrew Luck never had a career like Mahomes.
No.
He's never been as good as Mahomes. And Mahomes wasn't facing as nearly as a beating in injuries. Like like entry level. Now, if you would have asked me something like Lamar Jackson, I would have been like, I don't think Lamar Jackson, even with all of his injuries, he will retire like that. Now, I would say a question like that would be for somebody like Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Joe Burrow or even Justin Herbert. But you got to know how these guys are. Justin Herbert is cool.
Yeah.
He ain't retiring no time soon. Justin Herbert is probably not probably. He is the most toughest quarterback in the entire NFL. Justin Herbert is
Playing with one hand.
but like not even just one hand thing with like think about all his injury paths, all the injuries that when he played broken ribs. I mean playing with quarterback with broken ribs. And this is not like Phillip Rivers or Tom Brady or you know what I'm saying you're playing with an injury. Like people like to talk about Phillip Rivers. Oh, he played with a torn MCL. Like it was like, oh, he wasn't getting hit. He wasn't getting hit. So it's easier for you to do that. And he wasn't mobile from the beginning. He wasn't mobile in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? He had to get Phillip Rivers always pretty much had to go to offensive line, and he wasn't mobile in the beginning.
Yeah, I've always been.
Yeah, he pretty much did.
He had the most when he was at the time he was playing. He had the most rotate offensive line than any other.
Just because you have the most rotated offensive line, that doesn't mean that you have the worst offensive line.
But he knew how to get the ball out quick, which is why he never got hit. He knew how to get the ball out.
Also, yeah, that's
Oh, he can waste play.
yeah. Joe Burrow doesn't get the ball out quick, but you know Joe Burrow has bad offensive line. Yeah.
But he didn't get off like when Rivers got off the ball. He got the ball out. Played like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Better, faster.
That doesn't mean his offensive line is bad.
Well, this offensive line was bad.
When
His offensive
years. No, it has not always been bad. No, I like some of you have to really be offensive line. He had a good center. He had a good center. I can't remember some of the only offensive line. Nick Harwick. I had some good offensive line. Nick had some good offensive line. He had a good offensive. Phillip Rivers was not known for having a bad offensive line.
Yes.
No, he was not. No, he has not been known for offensive line. He has not. He has not. And even if he was getting the ball out, if he still could be getting hit, I don't even think him getting hit.
He got hit.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. No, he did not. I would like for you to prove that to me in the audience. You're not going to lie and manipulate unless you're saying that Phillip Rivers has been terrible offensive line. No, they don't. I'm not saying he has the best offensive line in the entire league at the time in his tandem. But I've watched almost every single Chargers game. I never really thought that Phillip Rivers was playing back and said bad offensive line. Phillip Rivers was surrounded by elite talent. And he didn't have the worst offensive line. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying he had like the best offensive line. But you're making it seem like he was like in Justin Herbert's situation. That's what you're kind of making it seem.
He had a lot of offensive line that went down, torn ACL. Rashad Slater played with I think Justin Herbert. Not Rashad Slater. What was the other guy? I forgot because there was a couple of times where they got offensive linemen off of free agency, and they never played the full season. That's what I'm saying. They always got hurt.
Let's see.
A lot of his offensive linemen, at least 2 or 3 years, or maybe 7 for the last 7 years, he had like offensive linemen that just went down, got hit, got hurt.
Phillip Rivers' problem has always been he cannot close it out in the games. That was his problem. The team around him was not the problem.
That's not totally accurate.
Okay, well, tell me how.
Because he beat the Indianapolis Colts. He went to the AFC Championship a couple of times, and the championships that he did play in, or the AFC Championships that he did play in, the playoffs he played in, they never lost the game because of it. There was always the defense gave up, or the offensive line, or not the offensive line, the kicker missed a field goal.
Oh, you want to join too?
You know?
Oh yeah, join. I don't know if the screen is big.
It's always.
You can sit in the middle if you want to.
Yeah. Okay. See. I'll scoot over.
I'm gonna have my dad join the show too.
But like I said, I can't remember.
This is a Christmas special, all-day Christmas special. That's why I named the title.
I can't remember a playoff game where they lost because of Rivers. Is what I'm saying.
What? Wait, what?
I can't remember a playoff game they lost because of.
You can't think of a playoff game because they lost because of Rivers.
Yes, I can. Yes. What playoff game they lost because of Phillip Rivers?
It was one game against the Colts when he threw the. It was like
he never lost against the Colts in the playoffs. He never lost against the Colts in the playoffs. The only team he always lost against was defense against Tom Brady, the Patriots.
But tell me what I'm talking about.
I just don't remember Phillip Rivers ever been a championship quarterback.
He's never been.
He's been good.
He's never been one. He only has a handful of playoff wins. He only has like. I think you're like adding stuff onto it. He has. Okay, see, that's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Like he's manipulating this. This dude just literally said that he's never lost to the coach in the playoffs. Did he not say that? Okay, that's what I was saying. I was like, I'm trying to remember because Phillip Rivers is never, he's not the type of player for me to remember anything that he's done. So I'm like, I forget some of this stuff. And so I'm looking it up. So it's like in 2007, AFC divisional round, Chargers was host. Chargers lost 21-12. I remember that game. Rivers played on a torn ACL. Danny Thomas was also injured and barely effective. Rivers, so that is 2007. AFC divisional playoff round.
They beat the
Okay.
They beat the Twins. That's the year they went to the AFC Championship.
Give me factual information.
That's the year they went to the AFC Championship. He had a torn ACL and they played against the Patriots. That is wrong. That TDP or whatever is wrong. They went to the AFC because that was the same year LT had a busted knee. And that championship game, Rivers was dropping dimes. He put his team in position to
So
win.
he's beating Peyton Manning in the playoffs.
Yes,
And he's never lost to Peyton Manning in the playoffs.
not that I can recall.
Bro.
Always lost against Patriots.
That's inaccurate. He didn't always lose to the Patriots. But some games they lost to the Denver Broncos in the playoffs too. I remember when Chad Bailey caught a pick six and ran it all the way
Yeah,
back.
they played against Peyton Manning's Broncos. Yeah, I remember that. And that was
No, not even Peyton Manning's Broncos.
Okay.
Not even Peyton Manning's Broncos. I remember when they was playing, they were losing the Broncos a couple times in the playoffs. I'm not looking it up. I hear from the coach. He said they never lost to the Colts in
2000.
2000.
He was in the 2007.
No, forget 2007. He said he never lost to the Colts. That is so inaccurate.
Yes, never lost. He did. I'm telling you. And not only that, look up who was in the AFC Championship 2007. It was the Chargers and it was the Patriots. And I remember because I think that was the same year the Patriots like 18-1 or it, like they had an unbelievable undefeated team. And it was so it was San Diego Chargers, Phillip Rivers with the torn ACL. LT didn't play that game. And Rivers was still playing remarkable football.
Right here it says never. It says Phillip Rivers. He played for the Colts. Phillip Rivers never lost to the Colts. Right here it says never. So maybe he's right.
I know I'm right. I don't know what chat was. Chat TV. That's what I'm saying. You can't always rely on chat.
Yeah, it said here that Phillip Rivers has never lost to the NFL folks in the NFL playoffs during his career.
But it really doesn't matter because he hasn't won any still. That's the whole point. Like that's a stat that doesn't even that's a stat that doesn't even matter. That's a stat that only like
No, it's not fanboy.
He's gonna be a first. No, it's not. He's gonna be a first. That's gonna be his face for him to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. I never lost to the Colts in the playoffs. Nobody cares about that.
He never put his team in the when you play the
Yes, he has. I've seen him throw games. Yes, he has.
games playoff.
Yeah, I'm talking playoff games too.
What
He's
playoff
thrown
games?
6 in
I was
the
right about it. You looked up on Chat TV, whatever, and they were wrong.
maybe
So
that
that's what I
was
said.
that was probably the game that they had to beat the Colts and then they go to the
No. He never lost against the Colts in the playoffs.
No, I said to beat the Colts. I said that was probably the game I'm thinking.
Well, what I'm basically saying is, I'm not just over here being a fanboy of him.
You are because he's not a first ballot Hall of Famer, bro. He's not. He hasn't won anything.
Rather his first ballot.
What has he won?
Right.
What has he won?
What have you won?
Yeah. What is
He
he?
has won nothing.
Exactly.
But-
So why does he deserve those playoffs? I mean, like playoffs. Why does he deserve the first ballot? I mean,
You said what has he won?
I never see how many won Hall of Fame.
But you said he hasn't won anything. So
Rivers has had Eli Manning has ever had.
he's not.
Yes, he has. Yes, he has. So much fun, man.
Sean Phillips, it's not like Terry is Michael Terry. Well, we're talking about Marvin Strang and Justin Tuck, but then they hit Justin Tuck and then Jason Pierre-Paul. You gonna make those defense?
No.
Those defense was torching Tom Brady and those.
Philip Rivers has not had that defensive play around him. You're wrong for saying that.
Name one Hall of Famer.
One Hall of Famer. Sean Phillips is going to be a Hall of Famer. Quentin Jammer is going to be a Hall of Famer. Sean Merriman may be a Hall of Famer. Jamal Williams may be a Hall of Famer. Eric Weddle may be a Hall of Famer. What are you talking? No, what are you talking about?
Maybe,
Maybe,
you said
bro?
maybe.
What are you talking about?
I can name plethora of
All right,
players, but
no. How do you make the Giants? You're not talking.
Oh, okay. Okay, the Giants.
How many Hall of Famers in the Giants going to be Hall of Fame?
Michael Strahan, Jason Tuck to me is a Hall of Famer. Jason Pierre-Paul.
Jason Pierre-Paul is not going to be a Hall of Famer.
No, he's not. That's it. How he would have.
That's it.
That's it. I'll tell you this.
And I think that I can remember all the Hall of Famers that Philip Rivers has played with and on that defense. He has had way more talent throughout his entire career.
It's
than Eli.
fortune, man.
Bro, excuses, bro.
And then had Tom Coughlin and Steve Spagnuolo, which is on the Kansas City Chiefs, which he coached that defense. You even said it yourself.
Bro.
Patrick Mahomes won because of supporting cast.
Bro, you're getting.
If Rivers was okay, let me ask you a question.
You still haven't produced on the field. No, he did it. He did nothing. He's throwing games away, bro. He's literally throwing away all
Playoff and he throw away.
Rivers more big. His team often won regular season games, and right, but they did not deliver in big playoff. So,
What is it? They did not, or
well, he's losing. He's quarterback.
beat Joe Burrow? It wasn't Joe. It's not. That's good.
because he sucks. He's overrated. He's not. He's overrated. He's overrated. In what way? He's not a first ballot Hall of Famer.
What does that mean? Like, is it?
Well, no, sis.
What does that mean?
Sis. Quarterback Rivers never reached.
He's never clutch.
And
What when has he made the ball to put him in the big game? When? You want to say he's never all up again? That's the flaw.
But you pull up the games,
I'm asking. I'm just asking you to when has Philip Rivers made clutch throws for the Chargers to win big games? When has he done it? Because I'm so really done it.
when has he ever put his team in jeopardy to lose in the playoff game? Is I told I
Even if he did, just by you saying that, that discredits Philip Rivers by a long shot. Any game manager, any great, do you know what a game manager is? You know what a game manager is? You know what a game manager is? Do you know what a game manager is? You know what a game manager is? Do you know what a game manager is? A quarterback that's going to be able to play the game based on it's a safe playing. The coach is gonna go out there and say, hey, we're gonna run the ball and we're gonna play safe. We're not gonna let you do too much for you not to give the game away. A great game manager is going to do everything he can to not be the reason for their team to lose, but he won't be the reason why they win. So literally based on what you're saying, he's nothing but a great game manager. Just because he has not been the reason why they have not lost a game, that doesn't mean that he's a great quarterback. That has been the case for any great quarterback. Geno Smith has always that's what revolutionized Geno Smith's career is the fact that he has been a great game manager in Seattle. Brock Purdy, he has been a great game manager for the 49ers. Brock Purdy has hardly ever been the reason why the 49ers lost the game, but he has hardly ever been the reason why they won games. Jalen, hold on for a second. Jalen Hurts, outside of that Chargers game, has been known for never, ever throwing games away. But Jalen Hurts ain't a great top 5 quarterback. That's because you have not been that is your freaking job, bro. Just because you're not the reason why the Chargers or any team has not lost a game. That doesn't mean that all of a sudden you're a great quarterback. He has never been the reason why they won anything.
He has had Super Bowl. He has had Hall of Fame talent around him, and you're over here giving lame excuses about,
No,
he's so
that's not
coaching. Hold on. If you are a great quarterback, no, hold on. If you're a great player, you're going to make your players better, and you're going to be the reason why they won. That's what made Peyton Manning Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning, anytime, for Aaron Rodgers as well,
Aaron Rodgers.
Tom Brady as well. That's when they will have a terrible wide receiver. They will have a terrible wide receiver, a terrible tight end, or Drew Brees as well, a terrible tight end, terrible wide receiver, or running back or anything. When they will play with Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, those players will be great. And nobody even knows how great Edgerrin James will be because they're like, how do we know do we really think Edgerrin James is really that great outside of Peyton Manning? Do we really think Marshall Faulk, or not Marshall Faulk, because he was great with the Rams, but Marshall Faulk did play with Kurt Warner. It was like, do we really think that Marvin Harrison or Reggie Wayne or Dallas Clark was great without Peyton Manning? When Jimmy Graham left the Saints, Jimmy Graham was looking like a Hall of Fame tight end with Drew Brees. When he left the Saints, he was trash like any other team he went to. Any other team he went to, Gronkowski said out of his own mouth, I would not play with any other quarterback outside of Tom Brady. Because Gronkowski probably knew that he would not be able to produce without Tom Brady. So you cannot, so I'm sitting here and telling me that Phillip Rivers, that's because Phillip Rivers is a great quarterback because he hasn't been the reason why the Chargers hasn't lost. He had Hall of Fame talent around him. No, he wasn't. He was good.
So he's
He was good. That's
I would
it.
say he's average.
So
I didn't say he's average. I'm not going to go that far, but he was good.
He's tough though.
I didn't say he's good. I think he was great. I said he was great. And I said I hate him. You said you could be
Real loud. He said, he's not.
No, I he is overrated. He's very overrated.
I guarantee you.
You overrated.
I guarantee you, Philip.
Nobody's not gonna be first ballot.
I guarantee you, it doesn't matter if it's first ballot.
It does matter.
Hall of Fame.
It does matter. It does matter. It's the hold on. This is the you don't be going trying to like you hold on. Don't be trying.
Antonio Gates wasn't first ballot.
Okay, so he doesn't deserve.
He's like, what? He's in the Hall of Fame.
Bro, first ballot and Hall of Fame is two different things.
I know.
Okay, it does matter.
Phil, no,
It doesn't matter. It's not just still in the Hall of Fame. Guys, in the Hall of Fame, the Jordan in the Hall of Fame. Let's get that straight. Like Troy Aikman. Let's get that straight. I don't think he does. I don't think he does.
He was punished. Let's tell you, okay. He was surrounded by a glorious team. He was, but Troy Aikman was plus.
Yeah, that's the thing. But when you won, he was the reason why they won game.
Okay, I'm trying to think of the playoff games that they played against because
Because that means that you can make a good player. You Troy Aikman is like a Jalen Hurts, literally. Jalen Hurts is is. This is critical, and this is true reality sport. Jalen Hurts is literally our modern day Troy Aikman. He benefit from a great team. He's not going to be the reason why they're going to lose, but he dominates. That's Jalen Hurts. Now I will say this though, Jalen Hurts is kind of it because he does step up when they need him.
Well, Jordan time, most of the time.
But
Last Super Bowl was
Ball away would have been Jalen.
I would say that
All the way.
lost against Kansas City. That was one of the best
quarterback performance I've ever seen in history. That was one of the greatest. They played against Kansas City 3 years ago. Or 2 years ago. That was the greatest. He played even better than Patrick Mahomes. He went off that.
has Phillip Rivers ever had ever in his career? No, he has.
Well, we've already.
coaching.
We've already.
Coaching now. And they fired him. And then like bring in North Turner.
Yeah, because they lost. They lost the play.
They lost because when Tom Brady threw the interception, the guy caught the ball. I forgot the name of the player. He got the ball. He was running, and they fumbled. He fumbled that ball. The Patriots made him fumble that ball. They had the ball on the 20-yard line. They kicked the field goal. The game was over. That's why. That's how they lost. And then they fired Marty. They brought in North. North Turner went out the whole time. They had offense popping, but the team as a whole sucked because North Turner does not know how to coach him in. He's a great offensive coordinator. That's it. They always went 9-8, 9-7, 9-6, whatever. After they fired North Turner, they brought in Mike McCoy. after they fired Michael McCoy, they brought in Anthony Lynn. After Anthony Lynn, it went down from Hill and Philip Rivers' career was pretty much over. And then he went to the Indianapolis Colts, and mind you, that team that he went to the Indianapolis Colts was 5-11. But hold on, what I'm saying, that team that Rivers went to the Indianapolis Colts, they were 5-11 before they got there. Yes, they were 5-11. And when he went there, they were 11-5 and they went to playoffs. Okay, but they okay.
Bro, he's a great regular season quarterback, and he sucks in the playoffs. That's the argument. That's the argument. That's the argument.
He has moments.
Coaching matters.
But he was only
He got injured, bro.
And he went to the Colts and he went to the Saints and won the Super Bowl, did he not? Almost every single player that left the Chargers went to another team, won a Super Bowl. Like you say, with Junior Seau and go, but he was in the page like who?
LT hasn't won anything. You said every single almost
everything.
LT hasn't won anything. Williams hasn't won anything. Bro.
Almost everything. He's a loyal. He's like, I'm gonna do the best I can with this trash organization. You see
that, and he gets the credit for being 11-5, but it's the coach's reason. Not coaching.
They always did it. Did not fire him. If they did not fire Mark, they would have won a Super Bowl with Mark. They went 14-2.
So what is Philip Rivers known as? Who's Philip Rivers known as the quarter football world? Because I know what they know known as. Because I talk to them all. What exactly? I don't know. What is Tom Brady known as though?
As what? The greatest quarterback to ever?
What is Patrick Mahomes known as?
He's known as, I mean, not, I won't say the greatest, but he's.
And who's his coach?
It doesn't matter.
Everyone to the Super Bowl with Donovan McNabb.
But you explain, you got.
It's not bad. Who's better?
But you gotta look at. But you gotta look at. But not as Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is a different type of player.
And they okay, so they if you with Miami, if he was with Miami,
I think. But I think.
any reason
Yeah, it'll kind of trick you away. But listen, it's player. And I'm but you think about the play that the whole it made play. It happened. What's his name? The basketball player, Steph Curry of football. He is. I mean, he'll make a garbage play, and he can get 10, 15, 20 yards out of even a touchdown. That's the type of player he is.
yes.
Right. So it's not just about the coach.
Exactly. It's not.
It's not.
But it's only valid when the production is on the field, day in, day out, consistently. Philip Rivers' production was on the field, day in, day out, consistently. He wasn't consistent day in, day out. I only use that. I say coaching matters because I sit there and watch every single game by Justin Herbert, and I see Justin Herbert producing on the field. Philip Rivers was not always producing on the field. And not only that, Philip Rivers has benefited again. He has had Hall of Fame offensive talent around him. You're not going to sit here and try to manipulate everybody and say coaching matters when you had a top 5 running back of all time, a top 5 tight end of all time, and you're going to sit here and tell me coaching matters. Coaching is outside the window for that, bro. You are the coach. It's a terrible argument. It's a wrong argument. Not the teams that's had top 5 talent for like a decade and never went to the Super Bowl. The only thing I can think of is the Chargers.
Well, I mean, in the Dallas, but for the period, for the time frame that Ben Roethlisberger was on the, with the Steelers, I don't.
He hasn't had that Hall of Fame talent around him like that. And he was just bro. And who was he playing with? Who was talent? You're not Hall of Fame. Coaching doesn't matter anymore. You're playing that defense. Bro, he didn't always have that talent around him, bro. He didn't have that talent like that. Always fun. He's been in Super Bowls. This year, and Phil Rivers had talent around him. Okay. What's it? Coaching doesn't only know the whole thing.
Can we shift? We can agree to disagree.
Because this is the point I'm making. You're not going to sit here and try to say coaching matters in your Hall of Fame. You sit here and say I'm the Hall of Fame because of my coach.
Okay.
Your Peyton Manning was not Hall of Fame because Peyton Manning was the coach. The coaching only matters when you're in the production, when you don't have Hall of Fame talent like that. That's when coaching matters. When you know you got players who are great players, and you still got to go on the field and produce. You still got to go on the field and still execute. And every coach knows that I can only do so much through my coaching. I got to get the players to go out there and produce and to be able to execute the game plan.
And call the shot.
Call the shot. So the coaching matters. But bro, when you have Hall of Fame talent on the field, coaching doesn't matter that much because they know just as much or more than the coach. So you cannot sit here and tell me Phillip Rivers has lost games because of coaching. He has had Hall of Fame talent around him throughout the course of his entire career. Right? So he didn't win anything because he is not a type of quarterback to win anything. That's the reality of Phillip Rivers. Okay. I've seen him play bad games in the playoffs. He has not had good playoff games. I have never seen it. I would like for you to look up what good playoff games has Phillip Rivers has.
Okay, all day. Okay, listen. So let's shift the conversation. We won't disagree to agree. Whatever the case.
Disagree.
Let's talk. When you talk about that, let's talk about coaching and shift it to the college level. All right. Because my
We got to. We can do our prediction, then we go to the playoff. But if you want to make a good analogy, we can go ahead.
okay. So I'll use the same idea. I know from professional to college, but
I'm
my
talking about that. I'm just saying, like, if we on the street, we talk about playoffs and all that. I didn't want to talk
we also talk about coaching. So we look at the coaching style between Nick Saban and Kevin DeBoer.
right.
All right, at the University of Alabama. All right, we know the University of Alabama had a dynasty while Nick Saban was there. This year, last year, not so much, but they're in the playoffs. All right, I'm an Alabama fan. I am also a University of Miami fan. That's a different story. All right, so as far as coaching is concerned, Alabama, what you said was coaching or the players. So as far as the games that they lost.
I don't think Ken was a bad coach. I don't think he's as bad as people think. I would just say that I would personally say just this era of college football is a little bit more competitive. Okay, it's a little bit more competitive because you have players come out being loyal to certain systems, and they'll just leave within a year and go to like Ohio or Miami, whatever.
Go to the offer.
Yes, so I feel like with that being said, him just losing 3 games in this climate of college football, I think he's doing pretty good. And he only lost 3 games. No, there's only 3 games. So I think you guys should just give him a little bit more credit because I don't think it's coaching. I think it's just his system implementing.
But one of the conversations we had the other day was the score does not always dictate what the game look like.
No.
And so Alabama has been winning and they're in the playoffs, but the games that they have won have not looked
like a
crisp.
type.
They haven't looked like a championship team. Yeah. They got the talent and the skill, so it's the talent and the skill that have won the game.
It's discipline is what you're saying.
Exactly.
So in a way that is coaching.
Yeah.
In a way that is coaching, because if it wasn't like say Nick Saban's level, Nick Saban, I feel like in today's climate wouldn't have 3 losses.
Right. Okay, so then I just want to bring up, because we was talking about coaching, and we can go back to the predictions for tonight. What's prediction?
What's the other game tonight? We're talking about the Kansas City and Broncos. I said that the Broncos gonna win 23-20.
Kansas City, Pat Mahomes still out.
Yeah, they're playing their third string quarterback.
Yeah, no, that's.
You didn't give your prediction.
Well, I think I'm gonna give it against the Broncos. Mahomes playing, I wouldn't give it against the Chiefs, to be honest with you. But I'm gonna give this game to the Broncos because, I mean, both teams know each other very, very well. It's a divisional game. I think the game is still gonna be close because Andy Reid's just that good coach, and they still got Steve Spagnuolo. So I think though the game is gonna be, I'll say like Broncos 25, Chiefs 19.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's a high expectation of what her three quarters.
I know. I'm saying 20. He's saying 19.
Yeah.
That's a high expectation. I think it's gonna be a little more.
But the Broncos defense is.
So you know who the
I mean, yeah. I wouldn't give them.
but it's also AFC division rivals, and they always play good. They always been.
No, but you're talking about the quarterback. That's, I mean, the stadiums.
I think it's gonna be more of a defensive game than what the scoreboard is showing. The reason why I gave them 19 points because I think maybe the Chiefs defense can play is gonna play very, very deep against the Broncos struggling offense. And I think that they can put their offense in better field position on 3 and outs and maybe even turn the ball over and getting the ball into their closer to their territory for the offense score. So the offense is gonna look 19 points. It's gonna look like the offense is doing more than what it is.
Right, it's really defense.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, if the Chiefs does win, it's literally gonna be because
Lights out game.
literally the defense may gonna have to be the offense to score also. If they don't score, putting their offense in better field position to score. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think about the game like that. You know, this football is a complementary sport. It's not like a one-way sport. You know, it's about matchups and it's complementary.
Yeah.
And it is a game of momentum and emotions.
Timing, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
The team is right on the right rhythm. It's normally the team that's gonna walk in.
Exactly. So if the Broncos goes into Kansas City sleepwalk, they're gonna go out, they're gonna leave knocking. The Chiefs can do that. The Chiefs, even with Patrick Mahomes not playing, the one thing about Andy Reid, he is a mastermind, he is a strategist, and he knows how to dice up stuff. And just because he has a Joe Schmo third string quarterback, it doesn't mean that they cannot go out there and do some things.
Some damage.
I'm not saying they will. Because Sean Payton ain't nothing to sneeze at either. I'm not saying they will, but what I am saying though, if the Broncos is not prepared, which I know they will, because Sean Payton doesn't play. If they don't come out, but again, this is what I'm saying. Yeah, coaching does matter. But at the same time, as an elite player, as a professional athlete, especially if you got Hall of Fame players, you have to go out there and you got to execute.
Yeah.
The coaching can only take you so far.
Oh, yeah.
You're the one that's going out and you're the product on the field. So
Exactly, yeah, because that's what I'm thinking about. Andy Reid can dial up some great offensive plays, but the offensive coordinator can dial up some great offensive plays, but if the quarterback is not able to execute it, it's not gonna make a difference.
it's not make a difference. It's not gonna make a difference. And
That's primetime game tonight. That's gonna be a good.
yeah, that's prime time. That's prime time game.
Before that's gonna be the Lions and Vikings.
Yeah, the Lions and the Vikings.
I think Detroit.
Yeah, I think I'm actually gonna go with the Vikings. I'm gonna go with the Vikings.
The
You
Vikings.
say Detroit.
I mean, that's not a bad pick. I don't think Detroit's a bad pick. I'm JJ McCarthy. He's pretty inconsistent, but he plays good.
Yeah.
Like I think with him being a very inconsistent quarterback and with him being unpredictable right now, because we still don't know what to expect out of JJ McCarthy. I think that and with the Vikings knowing the Lions very well, I think that he can actually go out there and play well. I think they know the Lions as a divisional matchup, and I think the Vikings aren't all the way out of it. So I'm gonna give the game to the Vikings.
Where's the Vikings? I think they are out. I think they are
I'll
out.
give it to mine.
You can. What's your guys' score? I
don't think it's gonna be a high scoring game.
I think yeah. Well, I don't know. That Detroit Lions offense can put up some numbers. They're unpredictable. They have been unpredictable this whole season.
Yeah, but you are still talking about playing against the Vikings, which are playing.
They're rivals too, so that.
Exactly, they're playing pretty good.
NFC.
Oh, yeah.
So the Vikings, we got eliminated playoffs in December 14th, so
So I mean,
they're playing.
for their saving grace, it may be, we need to put the Lions out.
Yeah.
Exactly. So they're gonna come with a vengeance. That's revenge.
Yeah, it's like a chip in the shoulder, like,
Yeah.
I'm out.
But we
We
gonna
got-
make sure good. Exactly. We ain't got to lose. Exactly.
They very well could lose. And the way they've been playing,
All right, so, yo, Marvin, keep going.
I give my prediction. I would say I think the Lions are gonna come up. I think the Lions gonna pull it off. But I think it's gonna be like by a thread.
I think it's gonna be a close game.
I think
I don't think it's gonna be a blowout.
I think it's gonna be like
And it may be going.
I feel like it's gonna be like maybe fine. Something like
Maybe about field goal.
you know, by a field or safety, something like it's gonna come down to the wire. It's gonna come down to the wire. It's gonna be like a very thin thread that they win.
So it's the Lions and the Vikings tonight, and then the Broncos and
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna.
First it's the Commanders versus and they're both out. So it's just like, I don't even feel like he's playing lights out this year though.
But not in the most recent games he has. It's like he plays great for maybe 4 games, and you got to give. It's like for 4 weeks he plays great, and then after that 5th week, he like, they got to take all that games in 4 weeks. Get him in the winning. You know what I'm saying? Because he's so unpredictable.
Yeah. The Cowboys as a whole is unpredictable. You don't know what because I was rooting for them to go to the playoffs. Because I was rooting to see CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, Williams, Javonte Williams, I think they're running back. I was looking forward to see Dak Prescott just light it up in the playoffs. Whether they win or lose, I was looking forward to it. It's like the NFL is so much fun when the Cowboys are in the playoffs, you know?
Yeah.
Whether you hate the Cowboys or not, they're like the WWE, you know? They're in pure entertainment.
But this is kind of off record. I mean, kind of off the course here. But you know who Dak reminds me of? Yeah. Who? LeBron James.
LeBron James?
Yeah.
Why? Because they're both consular. Well, I don't think that. James.
It's just, they're not soft, but they play soft. You know what I'm saying?
You think that?
I get what you mean.
I think
Like,
so.
they don't play with that cerebral.
Exactly. I'm a warrior. Exactly. The warrior mentality.
Like
the
you
Mamba
play
mentality.
outstanding football, but it's like you're missing that like cerebral assassin type gene.
Exactly.
Patrick Mahomes is that cerebral.
Exactly.
Like,
But it's not the word thing,
he has it, but it's like one last minute. He doesn't have those because he has Saquon, he has AJ Brown, he has Devontae Smith.
He has superstar games. He has superstar
He
games.
should be struggling the way he's struggling. He should. He has a stout offensive line. He should not be struggling the way he's struggling. He should.
Well, that it goes to his work ethic. He's skilled and he's talented, but he don't have I'll say he don't have the raw talent that Patrick Mahomes has. And so it's talent that Lamar Jackson. He has to work, he has to practice, he has to be on the field to do, for his skill sets to be where they need to be. And so it's still sometimes it's stuff hard to where these other quarterbacks are. All right. And so his work ethic has got him to where he is. I would say for Tua, for example, is naturally a good quarterback. He is. He got the arm, man. He can get the ball down the field. But he's not a spell. Ethics that keeps him getting hurt on the field. You know?
I don't know what to say to you. I really don't know what to say. I can't. It's like I don't know what to say. I don't completely think he's just completely horrible, but
No,
he's like
horrible.
I don't know what to say.
If he can stay healthy, he would actually be a great quarterback. That's the problem. He just can't stay.
I don't know about him being a great quarterback. He would be. Tua is not.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know how you can even.
Yeah, he
He's not. Like, there's no words to even describe.
He's not.
You have to finish.
Oh, he's not like. Tua is.
Yeah, it's just like no words.
He's not the type of quarterback that you would want. I mean, he's a little dude. He has like little arms, little fingers, like everything on him is little, and he's just not. I would never. If I was or at least a general manager, or well, I want to be at least. I should say, I would never draft a quarterback like Tua coming from college ever. Like whoever the general, I can't remember the GM was. But
I think Brian Flores.
Yeah, no, Brian Flores didn't want to. No, Brian Flores wanted Justin Herbert. The GM wanted to, and did it cut off? So one stream. I'm trying to see. No, I'm just trying to see what it. I don't know something. I don't know if that's talking. I think it's fine. It's still going, but like Brian Flores wanted Justin Herbert. The general manager wanted Tua. So they went ahead and getting Tua. But I'm saying I would Tua is not the type of person I would draft.
Happy that
To
dude.
have my friend put my franchise. And that no, that is right. That is right to what he's saying. He can't throw the ball, he's spinning. Very accurate. He's a anticipatory quarterback. He's very, very precise.
Yeah.
And decisive in his throws. But you gotta have more than that.
Yeah, and he doesn't.
Yeah.
Remember, that's something that we talked about before. He's not a scrambling quarterback. Yeah, if he got time in the pocket,
Not mobile.
yeah, he's not a mobile quarterback. And if he got time in the pocket, he can get the ball there.
He's not mobile, he's not tough, he doesn't have a
Exactly.
competitive attitude.
Exactly.
He's not a competitor. It's obvious he's not a competitor. He's not a leader. He misses all the intangibles, and he misses all the intangibles, and he misses half of the intangibles. The only thing that makes Tua is that he's an athlete.
And he can get the ball there.
That's it. He can't even throw the ball down the field. He can't even push it on the field. He's a very good short passer. That's it. Like he was underthrowing Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle throughout the course of his career. He's always been underthrown. And he makes bad, and he's not an intelligent quarterback either. He makes bad decisions. He makes terrible decisions. He's not a smart quarterback.
It's just
So you can't come to the line and see there's a blitz coming.
Yeah.
I
I will tell you this, I will pay Tua good money for him to be my backup quarterback. I think he could be a really good backup quarterback, a very exceptional backup quarterback. At least I know I can probably win some games with Tua.
yeah.
If my franchise quarterback goes down, Tua comes in, I can trust Tua. If I have elite talent, you know,
It's like
that's
Patrick.
That's like being on the Chiefs right now, behind Patrick.
Yeah, imagine Tua's
Yeah. Yeah.
he's the type of
If he was on the East when you passed him down, I feel like there was
he's a much better coach than Mike McDaniel.
It's like Carson Wentz. Like Carson Wentz kind of like in the same boat.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, so, but yeah, I would never. He's just not that good. He's not a quarterback that I think is going to last in the 10, 15 years as a franchise quarterback. Backup, yes, I think he can last as a backup quarterback. Franchise, heck,
As primary now.
no, and he gets injured too much. He's not tough. He misses a lot of being a quarterback. Like he doesn't have it. He's not it. But I will say this, like I said, I like Bryce Young. I think Bryce Young is the best quarterback out of Alabama.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, please.
Speaking of Alabama quarterbacks, Tua, Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts.
He has longevity.
And not only longevity, which is a big part, but Jalen Hurts, he's more tough, he's more physical.
Yeah.
He has more of the tangibles. He has more of the intangibles. He's a leader. Jalen Hurts, I can trust Jalen Hurts. I'm not good at Jalen Hurts. If depending on what draft class I'm drafting, who's on the draft board when I'm drafting, if Jalen Hurts was there and I didn't have any other quarterback to go with, I would draft Jalen Hurts. Because I'm like, okay, now I'm like, when I draft Jalen Hurts, I would draft Jalen Hurts based on, okay, I know the type of player he is. I have to build around him for him to be able to do what I would want him to do. He's not the type of quarterback for you to be able to be like, I draft him, let me build around him. I know he can make players around him better. He's not that type of quarterback.
Right.
He's the type of quarterback. So that's what I'm saying. That's why I don't think he's a Hall of Famer, which I think he will. When I say a player is not a Hall of Famer, what I'm basically saying is that because my
Considered talent.
exactly because they had diluted the Hall of Fame class by allowing a lot of these guys get in. You know, they have. I don't think Troy Aikman should be a Hall of Fame. I really just don't. But anyway, I'm getting off
That's a
topic.
fair argument, to be honest with you.
Yeah, you know. But I'm
What
gonna
about John Elway? Sorry, Richard.
no, John Elway should be Hall of Fame. Yeah, he should be. Nah, I ain't gonna. But anyway, the point I'm making is that I draft Jalen Hurts. I will draft him being like, okay, now I know. You gotta know you gotta know who your players are. That's what makes you a great coach and being a great GM or a great owner is that when you gotta know that the players that you're drafting. You gotta know them, like literally know them. Not everything that you do has to. You have to have some type of I guess you could say like you gotta get rid of your ego. You gotta know like if you want to win, you gotta be able to put these players in position that serves who they are more for them to be able to produce on the field. So I'm not gonna grab Jalen Hurts being like, okay, I drafted you the quarterback. You better make everybody around you better. He's not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? So like when I draft Jalen Hurts, I'm like, okay, let me get AJ. Let me like the GM. That's what makes the Eagles GM such a great GM because he literally did that. He literally did just that. He drafted Jalen Hurts. And then he surrounded Jalen Hurts by the elite talent. That's what he did, and so that's why the Eagles wins. And that's why they'll go back to the Super Bowl in time. I don't know about this year. No.
I don't know.
Look, state your case.
I mean, right now, I think they have the momentum. They have the momentum coming into the playoffs, and so with that thought process, I think the team has buy-in to the fact that they're in the playoffs, and they're not just in the playoffs, even though they've lost a few games coming into the playoffs. They're in the playoffs, and their mindset and idea is to continue to move into the Super Bowl and finish strong. And so they have that momentum right now with that. I think too, though, let's go back to the Charger and the Charger and Eagles game. That had they not lost that game, I think it would have been they would be have a greater favor with going to the Super Bowl. But because they lost that game and the Chargers are playing the way they're playing, it has given them unfavorable predictions, so to speak, in going to the Super Bowl. But had they lost that game, had they won that game, I believe had they won that game, it would be totally opposite.
Of course. Of course. I mean, the Eagles deserves that. In any game that the Eagles win, it should not be like underlooked. I mean, because the Eagles, because the Eagles are they're the Eagles like I have a lot of respect for the Eagles. I have a lot of respect for their general manager. Like I study how the general manager is. So I completely agree with you that if they would have won that game, it would have been kind of a different storyline. It probably would have been like, the Eagles, can the Eagles make another rerun?
But think about it. The Eagles have balance on both sides of the ball too. They have balance on offense and the defense. Even though sometimes Jalen Hurts may not be playing at his optimal level, but they're still balanced on both sides of the ball. They have a great defense, and so they're able to generate the pressure when the pressure needs to be there. So,
I mean, you're right. I think I'm trying to figure out why is that saying that because
is it
I'm
recording
only
still?
live. Yeah, it's still recording. I see the time going up, but it's giving me an error and it's saying that I'm streaming on a different platform and I'm not. Like I don't know why it's saying that. It's weird.
All this recorded, yeah.
Yeah, it's still recording. I don't know. I'm not gonna trip over it. It's still recording.
You gave our predictions up for.
Yeah, we will. I didn't want to go. I didn't mind. Dad was talking about it. This guy's trying to make a case about the Eagles. I guess you're right. I mean, here's the thing. The Eagles, there was already question marks about the Eagles going into the Chargers game. There's already question marks about it. And so I don't really, and because it's the Chargers, I don't really think it would have made that much of a difference if they were the Chargers, to be honest with you. I don't think so because of how they've been playing all year. Now, with that being said, it would have made it look a little better because their record would have been. But how many games has the Eagles lost this year? Like
I,
got like five. That doesn't look good.
Yeah.
That doesn't look good. You
you
know
know
what
what
I'm
I'm
saying?
saying? It makes no sense when they're struggling. Like that, is it the offensive coordinator? Who is it? Like you have this like Saquon, AJ Brown. I can understand AJ Brown's frustration. You know, and when you put the ball in AJ Brown's hands, he shows you what he could do. He'll have 100-yard receiving game. So, same thing with Devontae Smith. It's just like, what is the issue?
Well, you know, I have to digress to this as well. I'm an Eagle fan, Jalen Hurts fan, big time. But the wins that they've had this year haven't been pretty wins.
Exactly.
It's been struggling.
It's been like
And so
3 points.
yeah, when you come up against a solid team that's playing on all cylinders, every down, every play, it becomes a very challenging win. Just like with the Chargers. The Chargers played on all cylinders on every down, every play. And so they came up with the win. And so that's,
If-
you know,
If the Eagles, I think if the Eagles play or face against the Panthers in the playoffs, the Panthers going to beat the Eagles.
I think so.
They will probably walk them off the floor.
I don't know about Motley. I think they will beat them.
I think the Eagles defense will keep it from being too lopsided.
Yeah.
Is it the Panthers still in playoff contention? I think.
The Panthers, I actually predicted months before the season even started that the Panthers was going to win the division.
You did say the last game last year. You did say that Bryce Young was better than Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
You did say that.
He is.
I don't know.
Bryce Young is really good. He's just inconsistent.
But then too, you talk about the stature though. You don't hear the same weight that Jalen.
Tua is actually bigger than Bryce Young. But yes, you're right, the stature. But again, it doesn't always have to be the same. But sometimes when you have a little bit something that matters more, you can lack a little bit in the other areas. So what I'm getting at, and this is what I was getting at with right about the balance situation. That's why I don't believe in balance. But anyway, Bryce Young though, he's tough and he's durable. He may not look like it, but he's tough and he's very durable. He takes a lot of shots, and
How long is he gonna be able to do that?
Who knows?
God willing, I don't know.
It might
But
be
all I
the
know
last
is he shows me enough. I watched games from him, and I'm sold on him. I like Bryce Young. I like him a lot. I think he's going to be a really, really good quarterback. Right now, he's just too inconsistent. But when he's on,
Yeah,
he lights it up.
last game they played.
Yeah, he lights it up.
Yeah, he was a superstar.
Yeah. So I've been talking about Bryce Young for the past couple of years now. I think I'm sold on him. I think he can be good. He just needs to be more consistent. Now you guys do make a good point about his stature, his physical frame.
Drew Brees was
He's
what,
small.
5'9"?
Yeah, but that dude's small. though, Bryce Young.
Yeah, Drew Brees was a little thick. Drew Brees is short, and he had a little bit of thickness to him. Bryce Young don't got no thickness to him.
Yeah, he's small. He's small.
Bryce Young, he kind of look like you, bro.
Oh, Kyle Murray.
Yeah. But Kyle Murray was even thick though.
Yeah,
He's thick.
he's not. He's small.
Yeah, like he looks like
I guess that's a compliment.
He looks like a high school kid. He really looks like a high school kid. I'm like, damn, this dude looks like a kid. So, but I like him though. I like Bryce. Right. So we'll see. And I predicted the Panthers to win the division. If they beat Tampa Bay this week, they'll win the division. Yeah, Tampa Bay.
Oh, and if they win, then Tampa Bay is out, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean that's how it is. Yeah.
Baker Mayfield was going off at the beginning. What happened to them? They just
No way. But I think if they just win, I think if they win and Tampa Bay loses, they win the division. I think that's how it's. I think that's how it is. So we're gonna finish up our predictions, and I'll just go over. You gonna just
Quarterback for Miami right now.
It's still too.
Tua was out.
I thought he got it.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I heard they benched him, but I thought he was able to play again. Like, I thought he was benched for one game and then he came back. It's not the case.
And I
Not the case. Because that quarterback from the Texans, he played. He got terrible. Giants. Yeah, he was terrible this past week. And so, yeah, so I don't know. Now the coach is stuck between a rock and a hard shell because I don't know if he's going to stick with Evers or go back to Tua. So that's the story.
They said they might not bring Tua back, though. Of course, I think Ian Rappaport said that there's speculation or word
That he might not
that
come
they're
back.
gonna get rid of Tua.
And
Because
it's-
I actually like Mike McDaniel. I think Mike McDaniel is a good head coach. I don't think he's bad.
I don't know if Mike McDaniel's a good head coach. I know he's a great offensive coach. I know that he's a great offensive coordinator. Head coach, I think he should have been able to keep his team in line when all that stuff was going down with Tua and drama. And sometimes when they go out there, they just don't look disciplined. They don't look tough. This team cannot win in weather below 40 degrees. Bro, this is football. You got guys in high school who plays below 40-degree weather. You can
Yeah.
the team Miami Dolphins can win below 40. That's a mental toughness issue.
Yeah.
And the players they adapt. This goes with your argument about Coach Guy. The players they adapt the personality of the head coach. They adapt the personality of the head coach. And the Dolphins they play soft. They play soft. They play soft. So I don't know. Maybe it was Tua. Maybe Tua wasn't
Holding them back.
maybe Tua was holding them back. So we'll see. If the Dolphins maybe they can give Mike McDaniel one more year and they can get him. So maybe if they can pull it off, get him a quarterback, or maybe Zach Edwards. Maybe Zach. I don't know if I pronounced this guy's name right, but the quarterback. Maybe if he plays well, maybe if Mike McDaniel, if he can get great coach, if he can get out of Zach, what he got out of Tua, maybe it can be a little different for his coaching. But yeah, I don't know. I was thinking Mike McDaniel should be let go too, but I want to be opposed to it if they give him one. I wouldn't be opposed to it.
Just to see what happens.
Yeah.
Who knows? Who knows? They get a good quarterback, maybe a veteran quarterback, and then draft a quarterback. Just to help us, manage.
Yeah, it wouldn't hurt for them to draft another quarterback. I think this is one guy coming out of. I think he's coming out of Oregon. I think he looks pretty good. I think it was Oregon. His name is Dante.
Maybe they should bring in Russell Wilson for veteran leadership, a veteran presence, and draft a quarterback.
And this is taking a lot out of me. I think Russell Wilson should retire. I don't.
You think so?
Yeah,
I think he did pretty good with the Steelers when he played.
he did.
Yeah,
First
good year.
couple games,
Yeah,
then
good year.
he started playing very bad.
Last 3 games he was playing, I don't even think they put up.
Yeah,
Even when they played into the playoffs, they didn't score.
the Steelers the Giants. He wasn't looking to.
That's what I'm saying. When we played the Steelers, he did pretty good. I mean,
When he played with the Steelers, he was looking pretty good. But
It looks like flair.
now he's looking bad with the Giants. He's looking bad. That's why Jeffrey Dart started. And then I think Russell Wilson is the third string Giants. They got Jameis Winston playing.
Oh
Yeah.
he's now on NFL. Not NFL. The CBS Sports with.
Yeah, I saw that.
Fox Sports with Michael.
for you going back to the prediction.
Yeah, just to finish him up. So the Cowboys
Off screen.
playing now. I think the Cowboys and the Commanders are playing right now. But we said that the Broncos. I said the Broncos is going to beat the Chiefs 25-19. Lions said they were going to win 23-20. What did you say, Dad?
For who?
The Broncos and Chiefs. Yeah.
I gave it to the Broncos. And I think the Chiefs. I'm gonna give you the Chiefs score. I think the Chiefs are gonna score 10. I think the Broncos are gonna be 21.
So 21-10.
21-10.
Yeah, and just like because the Chiefs did only put up 9 points last week, and I don't even know who they played. I forgot who they played, the Chiefs, but
Yeah.
they might get just the doors blown off. They just might have a bad Christmas.
This might be bad.
Might be a bad Christmas.
Honestly, especially if Patrick Mahomes not coming back, for the rest of the season. And
We're good. He's
exactly. So Randy Reed we're gonna play the best game we can. What's the next one?
All right, so the Vikings and Lions, I said the Vikings would be 23. And
I think I'm gonna take the Lions to win, but like 1 point. It might be 20-19.
Okay.
You know, or 17-14, something like that.
I'm
So
gonna
which one? I would say I think the Lions are gonna put up at least 20 points, and it's gonna be like 20-19.
so 21-19.
and I give it to the Lions. And I'm gonna take your second score, 17-14.
17-14. Okay, that's cool. And then, so I said the Cowboys Commanders, this game.
I think it's gonna be a shootout. To be
I
honest,
said, I said the Cowboys were gonna win 27.
I think it's gonna be a high scoring game, maybe like 35-30. I'm gonna say Cowboys win 35-30.
I'm okay.
Even though Jaden Daniels is out, I believe he's still out. Even though with their backup quarterback, I think there's.
I'm gonna give it to the Commanders.
I think it's gonna be the
Commanders.
Commanders.
I'm gonna Commanders. 30. I'm gonna go with 35-29.
Okay, I mean, maybe they could do that. Marcus Mariota's, wait, I think is he hurt?
Well, it's their quarterback then.
They're playing like that too.
Oh, they are. What?
It's too late now. Because the whole idea.
Exactly. I get you. I got it. Yeah.
I don't know if Marcus Mariota's playing.
14-3. Like, I'm still on that.
Thanks.
Yeah, it could. Take the Cowboys still.
Yeah, Marcus Mariota is out. Right now, we got this guy named Johnson.
Oh, but never mind. I don't know. It's like
Oh well, too late now.
I know. Hey,
Is it on in the second quarter right now? Dallas is 14-3. Who knows?
That.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. So we're gonna do, so I'm gonna do 12 real quick. Broncos, Chiefs. So I said Broncos win 25-19. Uriah said Broncos win 23-20. Dad, you said Broncos win 21-10. And the Vikings and the Lions. I said the Vikings was gonna win 31-23. Uriah said the Lions was gonna win 21-19. Dad said the Lions was gonna win 17-14. And then I had the Cowboys Commanders. I said the Cowboys was gonna win 27-20. Uriah said the Cowboys was gonna win 35-30. And Dad, you said Commanders is gonna win 35-29. Those are all three pretty much high scoring games. But I think, that's 27-20. Yeah, I think it's really good. But anyway, so I'll go over those games after prime time, after the Chiefs and Broncos. And I want to look at the playoff picture real quick. Yeah. Set up. I'm gonna go over that real quick. Yeah. All right, so right now you got the Broncos at first place in the AFC West, the Patriots at first place in the AFC East, Jacksonville is first place in the AFC South, the Pittsburgh Steelers, they're first place in the AFC North, the Chargers, they're second place in the AFC West, the Buffalo Bills, they're second place in the AFC East. The Texans are second place in the AFC South. And then who's in the hunt? The Indianapolis Colts are in the hunt. The Baltimore Ravens are in the hunt. And it's for AFC. And who's out of the AFC? They have completely been eliminated from playoff contention. The Kansas City Chiefs, the Miami Dolphins, the Bengals, the Jets, the Titans, the Browns, and the Raiders. All those teams have been eliminated from the playoff competition. And so for the NFC, you got right now the Seattle Seahawks. They're first place in NFC West. And shout out to my boy Sam Darnold, UFC alum. Sam Darnold is the first quarterback in NFL history to go to two different teams and have 10+ wins back to back. Or just a chop up there. Sam, what Sam Darnold, you know what I'm saying? That's the UFC quarterbacks. And then,
That?
yeah, and go back and back-to-back seasons to have 10 plus wins.
Yeah. See, bro.
How many,
It's a
how many,
different-
what team has the most quarterback? Well, right.
Say that again?
What college team has the most quarterbacks in the NFL right? Oh, you know.
Starting quarterback. Starting quarterback.
Yes. You already know.
Well, I know Caleb Williams and Sam Darnold both went to USC. They're both starting.
Yeah.
It's like, no, go back to Bama.
Well, no, you asked the question.
But Bama has the most starting quarterbacks. Well, that, no.
And do we even know who with the most? We don't even know.
Well, no, I need to look about that, but there, who's that?
Yeah, wait, Bryce Young,
What's the,
CJ Stroud went to
what's the Patriots quarterback?
Drake May.
Ohio State.
He didn't go to
Drake May went to North Carolina. Dude,
I know you saw that.
yeah, but he's not a starter.
What?
Well, at the time, okay, at the time, I should have answered the question about.
It was because Brock Purdy was out.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
No, you saw when you played Patriots.
Bro, he played like 2 years ago.
I know, that's what I'm saying, I was thinking,
But that doesn't mean that was the record. The other thing, you even know that for a fact? It's because it was 3. Doesn't mean that was the most. You even know that for a fact?
we talk novelty.
Like right now,
We're talking novelty right now, okay? Novelty, for novelty reasons.
dude, nobody cares about Alabama quarterbacks. Like,
What?
nobody does.
You just.
How do you know it's slide?
Because it says it right here.
Oh.
He's good.
Oh, I'm
He's
so
so
blind.
But anyway,
How do you know?
I mean, people care about Jalen Hurts, but dude, like, you're overrating these Alabama quarterbacks.
Right now, Alabama.
First off, Sam Darnold and we all know Sam Darnold and Caleb Williams is better than Jalen Hurts and Tua and Bryce Young. So that's the point I'm making. So
I mean,
yeah, they are.
they ain't winning Super Bowls.
They
What can, what
give them
Super Bowl
Give them
can?
Give them time. Chicago might win it this year. Then.
And the only
They
reason
might.
why the Eagles won the Super Bowl and Jalen Hurts won the Super Bowl because he's on the Eagles.
It doesn't matter, he's on the Eagles.
That team is better.
Caleb Williams is a magical quarterback.
Yeah.
He is a magical quarterback.
I already stated that Jalen Hurts does not have the raw talent that a lot of these guys have. It's the work ethic that get him to where he's at right now.
Yeah.
He's thinking, okay, that's what I said.
Yeah, but you're talking about what all the most. No, it was just Bryce Young and Jalen Hurts.
Well,
No more than USP.
okay, history. No, let's look on your next podcast. Let's go with the most quarterbacks in college
I'll tell
quarterbacks
you.
in history.
I'll tell you all the Alabama quarterbacks that's won a Super Bowl. It started with I think Bart Starr, and then Joe Namath, and then Kenny Stabler, and then after that, I think it went down to Jalen Hurts, I believe.
But that doesn't even matter.
Is it-
USC has the most Heisman winners, or I think they're tied, and they have the most draft picks, or they're tied, and they have the most Hall of Famers, or they're tied. USC is the most prestigious.
Oh, come on, man. You
When it
I
comes
mean,
to
you
football.
just.
They
Yeah,
are.
but no, but you just.
Look it up. Look it
Again,
up.
that's novelty.
No,
Again,
it's
that's
look it up.
novelty.
But that's what facts. Alabama is number 3. Yeah, I'm saying I said I over tie. I know Notre Dame. I know Notre Dame and Ohio State rivals them with those stats I just said. Ohio State and Notre Dame.
In the college. Did you see that? I hate.
Yeah,
I don't think USC is there.
We're talking about the NFL. I said NFL. I said what has the most draft picks, the most Hall of Famers, the most what else I said the draft picks. I did not
Heisman. You said
Heisman. I said
Heisman.
college.
You said something else. Heisman.
That's what we call them. Draft picks, and also yeah. So USC definitely has way more Hall of Fame talent than Alabama.
We're going to talk about it on the next podcast. Make sure we have our.
But to be honest with you, Alabama the talent is not all that successful as a whole. It really isn't.
Julio Jones.
That's about it.
Devontae
That's not
Smith.
it.
Monty Smith is good. All these
Uh,
gonna be Hall of Fame.
All the running backs from Alabama declined. Like
what,
Mike.
Henry.
Derrick Henry's gonna be Hall of Fame.
Derrick Henry.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. So, I mean, you can't say that they're all, you know.
Not all.
Quite a few of them kind of depleted when they went into the NFL. Like Eddie Lacy was supposed to be a monster, but he had like a couple good games or seasons with Green Bay. But then I think they cut him because he was gaining a lot of weight and he didn't cut his weight.
Gary Payton was like, but I don't finish the playoff. But I was like, Seahawks, in first place, NFC West,
He was a beast, but it's just like
Bears, 11-4, first place in NFC North. The Eagles, they're champions, NFC East, 10-5. NFC East championships. The Eagles clinch they compete for the division title and will stay here after beating the Commanders on Saturday night, but remain at number 3, beating the Packers. Carolina Panthers, they're 7-7, first place NFC South. And San Francisco 49ers, 11-4, second place NFC West. The Rams, third place NFC West. And the Green Bay Packers, second place NFC North. Who's in the hunt? The Lions and the Buccaneers. So that's going to be interesting. So
yes, the
The
Lions.
Lions gotta win.
the Lions have to win today. Oh, so the Vikings are out. So you're right. You said the Vikings. The Vikings are out. The Cowboys are out. The Falcons are out. There's a lot of meaningless games. Vikings, like
Other than the Lions
other than
and Vikings, that I'll like to watch that game. The Washington and
who cares about those?
I don't really care to see the game, to be honest with you. Just for entertainment purposes like that.
They should have. They should have.
They should have flexed
They
it.
should have flexed that. It's really us.
I wish the NFL would do that in the future if you see the teams that kind of like are out of playoff
Yeah.
contention. But I guess it's short notice. You can't. I guess you can't do
They
that.
should do it. Then Robert Goodell was trying to do everything else.
Because it would have been fun to see like the Buffalo Bills versus Broncos.
That would have been fun to watch.
That
That would
would've
have
been-
exciting.
that
Oh, so
would
you have
be
these games on Christmas. You got these weak games on Christmas. You should flex them. Like they do flex games sometimes. I think there's some type of rule that when they do flex games, I can't remember. But I don't know if it's like they gotta flex 2 games in a season. I can't remember.
Yeah.
I remember one time they flexed the Chargers game last year. I remember that.
Like they changed it to prime time.
Yeah, the Chargers in prime time. But at least we got a good Saturday night. Oh, we can talk about Saturday. We can talk about Saturday's game before we close. I'm looking forward to the Chargers beating the Texans. Actually, we're gonna do the prediction for that game.
I'm already gonna say it. Chargers gonna
And
destroy.
then another prediction on all the other games are gonna be prime time. I mean, all the other time are gonna come on prime time. But maybe we should do predictions for the rest of the games on Sundays for the rest of the week. Because all the other time I'm gonna come on here on the platform, it's gonna be prime time. But like after the game. Oh crap. I can do it. So, all right. So the Chargers and the Texans. What
Chargers is gonna destroy the Texans.
Chargers on the short Texans?
Yes, 100-0.
Bro.
I'm not backing down.
All right, whatever. All right, Dad, what do you
I'm gonna go with the Chargers.
okay.
But I'm gonna be a little bit more conservative than you, Ryan.
A little more like realistic, not even conservative, more realistic.
I'm gonna go with the Chargers. I'm gonna go with them 27-19.
Who else is playing on Saturday?
I think that's it for Saturday.
Just one game on Saturday?
I think. Hold on, I'm gonna go to the info. My computer died, so I'm gonna go to the info.
Let's see. You got December 28th, or you said Saturday. Yeah, the Texans and Chargers. That's right now. Ravens and Packers.
Oh, you do have another game on Saturday.
That should be good.
Ravens and Packers.
Okay, that's gonna be a meaningful game. But did I see the Ravens without the playoff contention? The Ravens are not out, are they?
No,
They're
they're
not out.
yeah, no. Yeah,
They have to win. They have to win.
they'll be out if they don't win this.
Yes.
That's gonna be a big game. That's gonna be a big game. So we got two big games tomorrow night. Tomorrow.
But one thing about the Packers, Michael Parsons is not.
And the one thing about the Ravens, you don't know if
Yeah.
if Lamar Jackson's gonna show up.
Or Derrick Henry gonna fumble a football again. He's been fumbling a lot this week. A lot.
To my Derrick Henry.
Yes. Like a lot. Like, geez, bro.
Then you got Sunday, you got the Seahawks and the Panthers. That's 1 o'clock time frame. Seahawks and the Panthers. You want to do that or?
Yeah. I'm gonna do all those games. I'm writing down y'all's predictions right now. Just to notes. Who did you guys say was gonna win between the Ravens? Packers?
I'm gonna go with the Ravens.
I'm going with the Ravens too. What's the score?
I'm gonna give them 21-14.
I think the Packers are gonna win. I think it's gonna be a nail in the coffin for the Ravens season.
So you think the Packers gonna win?
Yeah.
Wait, Dad, what did you score?
21-14.
21.
The Ravens.
And I'm gonna flip it. I think it's the Packers are gonna win 21.
Okay. That's fair.
I think that's what's gonna happen. I just think this season just got away from the Ravens, and I just don't think they have what it takes to climb back.
Right back.
Dad, so what's the next game?
The next game, you got the Texans and Chargers, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so then Sunday, it's going to be first game is Seahawks and the Panthers.
I'll take Seahawks. Is it at Panthers?
At Panthers, yeah.
I'm still gonna take Seahawks.
Oh, that's gonna be a good game.
I'm gonna go with the Panthers.
I'll take Seahawks.
All right. So
Hostile environment. I think Seattle's gonna do what they gotta do. These guys, Bryce Young, I feel like Bryce Young's gonna feel like. I feel like Bryce may be the. not the straight
man.
hand.
I don't know. I'm stuck between picking. I'm gonna go on my
I think the Seahawks will.
I'm gonna go with the Panthers because of Bryce Young. I mean, Alabama quarterback, so I'm gonna go with them. And I'm gonna give them. I think it's gonna be a close game. I'll say 20. I'm gonna give it 23-19.
And Uriah, you wish your score.
Seattle, I think Seattle will honestly put it like 31 points. I feel like they're gonna put 31 points, and I think it's gonna be like 30-20. Seattle.
So you said 31 and then you said 30.
Oh, all right, I'll say 31-20. Seattle.
All right, so so let me go back to this because I didn't get my prediction from Chargers. So I said, Saturday, Chargers, I said Chargers are going to be winning 24-17. Dad said they're going to win 27-19. You said 100-0. And then the Ravens and the Packers, I said the Ravens going to win 26-10. Dad said the Ravens going to win 21-14. Then you're right, you think the Packers going to win 21-14. And then Seahawks, Panthers, you're right, said the Seahawks going to win 31-20. That thinks the Panthers going to win 23-19. I said the Seahawks going to win 34-32. And what's the next game after the Seahawks?
Cardinals and Bengals.
Oh, that's gonna be that's a pointless game.
Cardinals and Bengals.
Yeah.
Maybe the Bengals. I don't see the Cardinals doing anything.
Yeah, I go with Bengals.
Bengals might win by a blowout, to be honest.
Oh my gosh, my phone. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Bengals on that game too. Cardinals. You're all going with Bengals?
Yeah. I'm going 21-7.
You think the Bengals going to win 21-7?
Yeah.
Do I move for you off?
I'm gonna take the Bengals to win in a blowout, honestly. Maybe 40-17.
Yeah, I'm going. I'm going. You said 41-17?
Yeah.
I'm saying 41-20, so it's pretty much. All right, so we all got the Bengals. What's the next game?
Steelers at Browns. That's a rival game. That's a rival game. So I think
That's gonna be a
with Aaron Rodgers at the steer, I think the Steelers gonna take it.
That might be game of the week.
I think the Steelers.
But even though Shador,
Ooh, yeah.
like it's still like every single time AFC North they play against each other, Browns, Bengals, and Ravens, Steelers.
Man,
It's
that's
always
a-
close.
Thank God for putting the Browns on the map. So the Browns always been a good team. Now you got Shador.
Yeah, now
I'm excited to watch them.
I mean, the Steelers are my team, but
I'm gonna say the Steelers. I'm gonna say the Steelers are gonna get this. This is gonna upset the NFL. I will say
I don't think that'll be an upset. The Steelers has to win. I think the Browns are going to be an upset.
are they the
I think the Browns. No, I think they're out. I think you said that the Browns are out.
they are out.
Yeah, they're out. I'm not thinking of the team. They're out.
I'm gonna take the Browns to win. I'm gonna take the Browns to win by like a narrow margin. Ooh, narrow margin.
I got the Browns winning too.
I feel like Myles Garrett is going to be the big reason why the Browns win.
So what's your score?
I'm gonna say it's gonna be a weird score. I feel like it's gonna be like a lot of field goals. I'm going to say maybe 19-17.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
With the Browns winning.
You're going with that score too, Dad?
I flip it though. I think the Steelers go.
19-17
Yeah.
Steelers.
Like Steelers. That's
Okay, that's a fair. It's a fair. We all think it's going to be fairly long scoring games. I said the Browns are going to win 24-23. So we all think it's going to be a very, very tight game.
Yeah.
We all think it's going to be a very tight game. So that's going to be an exciting game to watch. What's the next game?
Jaguars at the Colts.
I'm gonna take
That's
the
going
Colts
to
to
be an
win.
exciting game too.
I'm gonna take the
Yeah.
Colts to win that game. And my boy Philip Rivers is
Yeah.
gonna show the world. All right. What do you?
I mean, Aaron Rodgers. We know happens.
Dropping dimes. They almost beat Seattle.
I'm gonna go
That defense is just trash. Post defense is horrible. But hopefully they they're still men. You know what I'm saying? They're still grown men. Hopefully that just like that alpha gene just comes out because the Colts.
Hopefully, Aaron. I'm not gonna. Philip Rivers can play in the temperatures in Indianapolis.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna take the Colts to win. I'm gonna say 27-20. Colts.
Colts win 27-20.
I don't feel it's gonna be that high scoring. I think it'll be like 17-10 Colts.
That's fair. That's fair. I got the Jaguars winning 34-20. So Uriah got the Colts winning 27-20. Dad got the Colts winning 17-10. I got the Jags winning 34-24. What's the next game?
Bucks and Miami.
It's up once.
I'm gonna take the Buccaneers. Buccaneers.
easy.
I'm gonna say Buccaneers win 34-27. I don't even think Miami's gonna put up 27.
I don't even think Miami goes.
Scratch that. I think Miami is gonna just score 17 points. And I think the Buccaneers are gonna win 34-17.
Okay, the Russ is gonna win 34-17. That's fair. Okay.
And I go with the Bucks, 24-10.
24-10.
Yep.
All right, I got the Buck. I was thinking about the Dolphins winning this game, but I just don't know what I don't know about Zach Ertz. I'm gonna go with the Bucks. I think the Bucks gonna win 33. No, not even 33. Because Baker Mayfield that's fucking trash. I'm gonna say 25-18. I'm gonna say Bucks win 25-18. So what's the next game?
The Giants against Raiders. No, that's not the Raiders. The
Las Vegas. Yeah, that's Raiders.
Yeah.
Giants versus Raiders. Giants gonna win. I don't know. They're 0-0. How about that?
I don't think that's ever happened.
I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say 0-0. 0.
Dude, if your predictions,
I'm going with the Giants. I'm going with the Giants, but I'm thinking it's gonna be more like
I'm just joking. Not 0.
17-10.
17-10 Giants.
I'm gonna take the Giants too. I'm gonna take the Giants. It's gonna be, I would say 20 to 13.
20-13. All right, I got the Raiders winning actually.
I was thinking about the Raiders, but 12-10. The Raiders just, I don't know what's up with them. It's like some organizations just can't hear, it, you know?
Yeah. That's been the Chargers for a while.
Yeah. Now we got the head coach.
Yeah.
We got now, Chicago and 49ers.
Chicago 49ers.
But with-
Oh, let's get it.
King
King Caleb. King Caleb. That's what we call him. King Caleb.
I'm gonna say, yeah,
I'm going Chicago.
We call him King Caleb.
I'm going Chicago.
He's smart.
And I'm gonna go, 27-17.
Here you go.
dang, that's a hard one. That's a tough one.
Gotta go with your gut, bro.
Yeah.
So you said Bears gonna win 27-17?
27-17.
I got the Bears winning 30-20.
I'm going to take San Francisco.
All right, it's not a bad choice.
And I say it's 28-20.
28-21? Yeah. 49ers win 28-21. Okay, good.
It's gonna be a good game.
What's next? There's that it.
That's it.
That's it. So that was Sunday Night Football. That was Sunday Night Football. If you're- Oh, okay.
Wait. Giants, Raiders, 4-5. The Bears, and San Francisco, and 5-2.
Yeah, that's Sunday Night Football. So that's gonna be, at least we got a good primetime game. At least we got two good primetime games, Saturday and Sunday. We got two really good games. We got two good games on tomorrow, both of Saturday. And then we have a lot of good games on Sunday. We have a pretty good game on Sunday. I think I'm gonna say that 2 games are gonna be trash for Sunday. Then we got a good 40 for Sunday Night Football.
We got a great game going on right now.
Cowboys and Commanders.
What's the score?
I think last time I was checking the Cowboys.
Last time we checked, it was like 14-3.
Yeah. It was 21-10, like, so.
That was
Commanders, yeah, Dallas on top, Commanders trying to.
I think they will.
nice to go.
Because I think Jack can choke.
Even if he chokes, it's like they out playoffs. So
Yep, that's it. So all day film. Thank you all so much for watching. And like, comment, share, subscribe. Y'all chime in. Comment, please, while I'm doing these videos live. It makes the platform grow, it helps me out. And it just helps out with content and stuff. So I'm gonna be back tonight for primetime games. You know, I don't think anybody really too much cares about those games, really, but we're gonna use primetime. Hold on. Mom, can you turn that down? And then we're gonna do the primetime. I'm gonna do my reaction for the primetime games and give my thoughts and all that. So I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I may not watch that. That was Commanders. I just may not. But I may. I don't know. I'll have it.
We got to.
Yeah, I guess we got to.
We got to. You gotta bring in the analysis.
Yeah, but, I mean, if the game is trash, the game is trash, and they know that. Everybody knows that. So anyway, but yeah, thank y'all all day. Deuces.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. We're back tonight, prime time. Read my prime time reactions.